Hey everybody, welcome back for another video with my man Ian Warner Sr. A lot of you guys hear me always talk about squatting and rotating using the legs to help you create power and fluidity in the golf swing. It's very important to just kind of walk through how to squat and rotate properly. So a lot of the times when we talk about squatting and rotating for the first time, I see people, they tend to squat and rotate like this. And from this point of view, you can see I'm kind of bending my knees down towards my toes, which isn't very good because we want to load the backside, right? We want to load the hamstrings, the glutes, the heels, not so much load the toes, because when you start squatting and rotating your toes, all you're doing is just bending your knees for no reason and puts a lot of strain on your knees. Is that fair to say? Yeah. So we're gonna, Ian and I will kind of walk through the proper ways to make sure you feel for the proper engagement, how the proper feel is to make sure you squat properly, okay?
Yeah, I think one of the most important things, you don't think about it from the golf point of view, but it's just being able to hinge your hip, because that should be the first movement, as opposed to if I, like Larry was squatting like that, my ankle mobility is not going to allow me to go down in the first place, right? But if I hinge a bit, then I squat down and squat up, then when I'm doing my golf stroke, right, I'm down here, I can tend to, I'm not squatting, right? I'm squatting, but I'm allowing to get my hip extension in there. So if you look at it from the side, most people will squat like that, right? As opposed to, I'll use my hands as a counterbalance so you can do it at home. Out here and up, that's much easier. If I have my hands,
so
if I try,
really stays back
if
there.
I try and do, so think about it this way, if you sit on the toilet, you don't sit on the toilet like that, right? You kind of, I know it's an ugly analogy, but that's what a lot of people do, right? You sit on the toilet like that, right? Or you sit in a chair like that, right? So think about it that way, because what you want to do, remember, okay, some of the other videos we've done, it's the glutes, right? The hip drive. Full hip extension is coming from here, right? Not from your lower back, not from your hamstrings, but from your glutes driving through and getting the hips through. So you think about it, if I can do that, right? And when I get up, I squeeze, same thing, here, squeeze at the top.
And the low back is still pretty flat at this point.
Yeah, you want to, if you feel your low back involved a lot, there's a problem, because now you're hinging too much and you're moving your butt first and then your lower back, right? You want to have nice fluid down, get to the top, squeeze. Now, it's hard to, when you're first doing it, it's hard to squeeze at the bottom and like, okay, get my glutes into it and get going. But eventually, you'll be able to squat and you'll realize, oh man, my glutes are on fire, right? My quads are doing nice, my glutes are on fire. And that's what you want, right? But you want that last, what can I say, 6 inches is probably your golf stroke in a sense, for right? Sure. From a rotational point of view, sure. Boom. Like even this, we've been filming for a bit and my butt's killing me. It's just fried. So that's what you want. You're standing in the grocery line and you're just waiting, just be able to flex glutes. This guy can flex one at a time. This guy's wicked. But if you can do that and just flex, right? Don't make it obvious, but just flex, then that means you have control. So when you're squatting, when you're hitting the ball, when you're running, when you're doing whatever, you're gonna now realize like, okay, now it's getting engaged. All of a sudden I got a little more power. Right?
For sure. So what's something that they can do to just help them know how to do the backside? What's something that we can do to help them just accentuate that feeling of really engaging the back of the legs and not so much the front of the legs?
So from the squat standpoint, you're going to feel more quads anyways, but at the top end, you should feel the glutes.
For sure.
So what you're going to have to do is probably, like everybody's got a mirror in their house. Most people have full length mirrors. I would definitely squat in front of a mirror and just take a look at, even at a 45, and see if I'm actually starting by moving my back,
right.
My butt first, or if I'm just dropping my
right.
knees. So once you get that movement, right, and I think we're talking about being really proactive on your eccentric portion or going down. Most people will drop.
Right, of course.
It's like, no, just get into it, nice and easy. Control, if you're looking in the mirror, see where you are, see if you can get parallel and up again, right? That way you can just feel it. And as you get better, whether you add weight later on or you can load, but at least you know you're doing it properly. but you just continue to do it properly, and then you'll start to feel the parts that you never felt before.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. Awesome. Thanks, Ian. So yeah, there's that. For all you early extenders out there, where the hips go towards the ball in the downswing, it's you guys going to the toes. So really, if you guys can squat properly, bring that into the golf swing, that will help you guys fix your early extension as well. So hope that helps. Any questions, leave in the comments below. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.